Welcome back to this episode of Cope's Corner. I'm your host, as always, Mike Copenaver, aka Real Mike. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, all the likes of KOPESKORNER. Stoked to finally be back to talk some UFC after weeks and weeks and weeks, and just what seems like just the longest drought of my whole entire life of not having the MMA combat that I like. I know people are saying Cage Warriors is Titan FC or like whatever it may be, One FC. I mean, yeah, I know it's all cute and dandy, but I really just want to get into the UFC madness. This weekend's UFC Vegas 67 is going to be featuring Sean Strickland takes on Imavov, and it should be a real good one in the main event. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank the sponsors of the show. First sponsor I'd like to thank the show is MELIN. It's Melon Brand Hats. It's a luxury line of hats that my boy Brian McDonald, one of the co-founders, came up with in high school. Talked to how he'd have a hat line unlike anything else, anything you've ever seen. Really cool stuff, man. Really cool patterns, really cool details. Just stuff that you've never seen before, and really does separate yourself from the pack. And so I really can't thank him enough for giving me the chance to support and sport his gear. Then last but not least, I'd like to thank my boy Sua Law Group from Ventura County, California, and they also do Los Angeles. They have two offices, one in Simi Valley, one in Ventura, the actual city. They do family law, criminal law, and personal injury, and they're absolutely amazing at what they do. Help you get the best settlement that you can. If the crooked DA or your baby's mama drama or the crooked cops, whatever it may be, my boy Brandon Sua is the man. Make sure you go shout out Cope's Corner when you go and get some help. But with that said, man, the co-host of the night is my man, Mister B the MMA guy. How are you doing, my dude?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Long time no see, man. We did chat it up though. How you been, bro?
Been good, but been always better when there's some UFC combat. Just been kind of getting we have a little homestead over here, a little farm with chickens and stuff. So I was getting the garden beds ready, kind of putting some winter vegetables in, doing stuff like that, while you can.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Your
Nice
family
though,
all good?
nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody's been good for the most part. Brother got a cold. Other than that, been good. How's your peoples? How's family?
Uh,
How's everyone doing?
every, everybody's really good, man. My little 5-year-old Damien starts t-ball, or not. He's already done t-ball 2 seasons, but his 5-year-old ball, he played four at 4 years old. Now he's doing the 5U, and that starts next month, pretty much. So we're just getting practice going, and that fun stuff,
Yeah,
family stuff, man. So, but with
nice.
that said, this weekend's UFC Vegas 67, man. Are you stoked to watch them? What I'm more stoked for the main event now than I was. I'm not gonna lie. I know some people are hating, but I don't know. How about you?
I am good, man. I am looking forward to it a little bit more now than before because we had this that was supposed to be our main event, and unfortunately, this guy on this side over here had a tooth
Oh,
injury of some sorts, and then
not just a
magically looked
tooth,
like he had.
not just a tooth injury. He looked like he got staph infection or ringworm all up
Yep,
on his face. It's
yeah,
disgusting, dude.
man,
So gross.
horrible, just really horrible. So instead, we ended up getting that late notice, and we now have this as our main event at 2:05. So, hey, man, thank goodness, you know.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Couple
yeah.
good fights
Sean
on the
Strick.
card there. Should be fun.
There's I know actually I was gonna say there's never really been a boring Sean Strickland fight, but I take that back. I have seen a one or two, but normally he is a go getter, a finisher, and he gives us something entertaining, whether it's shit talking while he's fighting. Hopefully he does something entertaining while they're in the ring. I know at the weigh-ins he was saying that he finished. Was it Phil Haas? Was it in the first round when they sparred? B
Yeah,
was that who it was?
he mentioned, yeah, he beat up Phil Hawes and
Yeah,
he fought a
and
couple other cats, and
and
he said that
for
Imavov
that
is weak.
reference
Yeah,
for that reference to make any sense, that's because Imavov took on Phil Haas and they went to a decision. So
yeah,
Sean's just trying to get into his head. But Sean is massive right now. He has definitely been eating all the carne asada and tacos down over in San Diego area or wherever he is living. I know he
yeah.
hangs out in San Diego a lot, but he also lives in Vegas. So But I know he's been on his motorcycle doing crazy ass stupid shit that I love to do, but I don't work as a pro fighter, so it really doesn't help. But this should be a good one, B. But do you think? Actually, I don't want to jump. Actually, I'm about to jump into the main event. Let's start the breakdown for this fight. For this event, the first fight on the card is Charles Johnson takes on Jimmy Flick. We got Jimmy Flick coming back. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. Loves to go on the ground. His striking is a little lax from what I'd like to see. He's 16-5, I believe, on his record. Yep, 16-5. Called himself the Brick. Uh, his striking is not all. He's not very well rounded as a mixed martial artist, and that's why you see him not really having the strongest stay here in the UFC. And so I'm thinking that he's going to have a little bit of problems here with the striking of Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson's long. He's got really good boxing. He also has boxing bouts. He's strong. He's able to, I believe, to defend the jiu-jitsu game. The Flick will try to get him on, but the first round will be a little bit scary. But Charles Johnson is 12-3, 32 years old, 5'9", 70-inch reach. It's man, B, what's the odds on this? 1 second. Let me get you the odds. We got Jimmy Flick with a plus 275 underdog. Like I said, negative 350 for Charles Johnson. So you can't even bet Charles Johnson the way that you'd want him. But I think that possible Charles Johnson could get a finish here. I can't bet it. I would like to, but it's just like there's no value at all for this one, B. But what do you say about this bout?
This is a good bout, good opening bout. Two guys in the flyweight division there. Jimmy Flick is Jimmy's first fight in a while because he took the long. He was gonna practically retire, and this will be his first fight back. And you're going up against a guy who is having his third fight right now for the UFC. He's been active with grapplers pretty much. He fought who is it? This dude, his last fight, his first fight out, he fought the little grappling psycho. What's his name? Mokayev. There you go, Mokayev.
Yeah.
He fought Mokayev. Then he fought Zalgis his last fight out. And he managed to edge Zalgis. I thought Zalgis won, but judges had it the other way around.
It was hairy.
He's going up against another guy here in Flick. Flick is a strong grappler. Constant with your transitions though. I know Johnson does have the better striking of the two. I believe that. I believe he's prepped for this fight pretty well considering you fought two other grappling dudes, but as I said, Flick's grappling is a lot different, man. It's just gonna be a matter of does he have the rust on him coming into the fight or not, because he took the time off. I'd still probably go with Flick though, because I trust Flick's grappling. That's the thing. I trust Flick's grappling and the fact that
you're wild, Chad. You're gonna keep going for the big dog who just started off the year.
He sticks. It's because I believe in his grappling, man. I believe in Flick's grappling. I believe the transitions that he's able to pull off. Just constant activeness will somehow tire Charles Johnson in this one. I'm gonna hold on to that one. I'm gonna hold on to that because I wanted to take Johnson. But I think I'm gonna believe in Flick. I think Jimmy gonna get this one, and it's gonna be by surprising submission.
That's his best route. So if anybody does like Jimmy Flick, I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance. I just don't like a guy that if his game doesn't get implemented, if Jimmy Flick does not get off his grappling and then shows any form of weakness versus Charles Johnson, he is going to be punched in his face and with a plethora of fucking with things, even elbows in the clinch and knees be, Charles Johnson's pretty good, man. I like him.
He's a nasty mofo.
The price tag is a little steep. I'd like it around negative 180 or something like that, but I don't write the lines. I just like what I like. So,
Damn,
the
these girls
next
are swinging. It's
the
the
next
Muay Thai
fight
fight on one.
the next
Yeah,
fight
go ahead.
tonight is Dan Argueta takes on Nick Aguirre. Let you check
Yes.
Aguirre. Aguirre? I fucking butchered that.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Nick Aguirre. Yeah.
Bro,
Aguirre. It's either Aguirre or Aguirre. But it's one of
I
the two.
nope, don't care. Next, keep going.
Okay. But Nick Aguirre, he's undefeated. Slick Nick, 7-0. 26, 5'9". They don't have his listing on his reach. But he is on a 13-fight win streak between amateurs and pro fights. Um, he's done pretty good. From what I've managed to read about him, though, he has a lot of submissions. There's a lot of submission wins. He's gone from a guy who used to be about knockouts to more so submissions. He's good with his positioning, where he manages to get either full mount or really good top position on people, and works from there to end up getting submission wins, or if not, a possible TKO win or not. Really, as I said, really fucking strong guy, man. Um, but you work on the smaller regional organizations, so this will be his first fight here. Um, Also, note to people, this Coliseum combat where he's fought on, there's about 2 or 3 other guys who fought from there as well. So he also was featured on the Anthony Pettis show. This Pettis' second event, his fighting championship second event.
Mhm.
He got a win there as well. Pretty good. But he's going up against Daniel Argueta. Now, Daniel Argueta was from let's remember, what is it? The Volkanovski Ortega season of Tough. What the hell's going on? Okay, let's wait. So he came in. I forgot who he fought last fight. Yeah, there you go. So who the hell did he fight his last fight on? Trying to remember. Okay, Damon Jackson. There you go. Damon Jackson had the good first 2 rounds. My man's caught steam. He almost knocked out Damon Jackson. But he got too much into trying to clinch, take down, and grapple with Damon Jackson, which he shouldn't have. He should have tried to swing still. Coming out of Jackson, weight 29 years old, 5'7", 70-inch reach. Representing Chicago. Let's go. But the guy is a really, really good wrestler. Really solid grappling skills. A lot of heart. Pretty level cardio. Got a couple good wins. He goes by any means, man. Any means. Looks for these wins by any means. And what is there to say, man? He is going to be moving down, though. So this will be, if I remember, is this a 135 fight? I'm trying to remember.
It's 1 second.
Yeah, it is 145. It is another 145 fight. I want him to be at 135, but 145 is fine. But I'm going to take Daniel on this one. I think Daniel has the solid skills. I think he's going to have a full camp. Should be ready for this one. It'll be a little bit of a back and forth, but I think Daniel will get it done here. That's where I go for.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to go against them, but I don't like that. I think we had Daniel Argueta picked versus Damon Jackson, who's also fighting on the card. And I just have a thing where he's one.
No, you picked Damon. You picked Damon. I picked Daniel.
Maybe it was the one time I was ever right with Damon Jackson, because I stopped doubting him because the fact that he kept proving me wrong. Every time that I wanted to fade him, man, he would come back with some tenacity, and it's very hard for me to fade them. Either way, that's here neither here nor there. So either way, that's who Dan Argueta lost to last time. But Damon Jackson's an OG veteran. He's shown you how mean he is now. Really mentally strong. Really awkward too, so it makes it hard. Nick Aguirre has not fought anybody of the stature. He's 7-0. He's experienced absolutely nobody. The last guy he fought, he won was 4-2. The other guy was 2-1. Other guy was 0-0. Guy was 1-1. The other guy's 0-2. Obviously, you can see why every single person is on Argueta here. I don't see any path to victory for Nick Aguirre here. So I'm going to be going with the Argueta as well. So, but let me pull up the next fight of the night. Next fight of the night is Alan Nascimento takes on Carlos Hernandez. And this should be a decent fight. Let me get a matchup. All right, so we got Carlos Hernandez 8-1. He's a flyweight. Right now, he's a moderate underdog versus the Alan Nascimento. Alan Nascimento fought on the Contender Series, right? B, is that where he did that knockout, or was that in? What was it? 1 second. Sorry.
Which?
Alan Nascimento. I thought he did a big knockout. No, it was a rear naked choke. Then okay, it was a rear naked choke. No, it wasn't. It was just he beat Jake Hadley last time out. I don't know why.
He out grappled. Did he? He out grappled Hadley, if I remember correctly.
I'm getting not this Alan Nascimento confused with someone else, obviously, because I thought this was a guy with more power. Now I'm looking at his record. It's pretty much his wins are finish or decision, rear naked choke, armbar. So obviously, his path to victory, he likes to grapple. The dude's from Brazil. Right now, I believe
he can strike though. He can strike.
Yeah, no, he can. I just for some reason I thought he was much heavier handed than I was making him out to be in my mind. He's negative 350 plus 275 comeback for Carlos Hernandez. This is an awkward one here where I can't bet Alan Nascimento at that number, not even close. So then you got to go and you got to look at the other side and you look at Carlos Hernandez. Well, he's 8-1. When he wins, he likes to win by decision, and then last 2 out by decision, 3 out. And then you rear naked choke. But with guys with no experience. So the experience is for Alan Nascimento big time. It's like you just look at their records and how they match up. I feel like this is just a volleyball throw for Alan Nascimento to win. Obviously the odds makers believe the same thing. And so I'm going to be going with Alan Nascimento, B, but maybe you have something more elaborate to say, but it seems pretty cut and dry on that
one. Damn. This is a little shaky for me. I won't lie.
No, I'm not betting that. I wouldn't touch that. So it's like dog or pass, but I'm saying it seems like it's too simple for Alan Nascimento to take that W, but it's not. That's just not going to be the case. You can't trust him like that, bro.
Yeah, he's a little mixy in his wins and losses. Yeah, he's a little mixy in his wins and losses. A lot of decisions in his record. You know what I mean? So a lot of his stuff is based off of him being able to strike and change levels, work grappling wise and mix things up. Where on the other side, you have a similar style in a guy like Carlos Hernandez. Carlos is a grappler as well, but he can also strike pretty well himself. One of the fights that I like to use was his last fight. He fought Victor Altamirano. That was the fight I thought Altamirano would have won. Altamirano lost by split decision. Altamirano got a little outpaced grappling wise on that fight, and a little bit outstruck in some situations there. The boy is nasty, man. I think Hernandez could make this a nasty fight for Nascimento. But I think, the Nascimento and the shooter box team, I think they're going to have him ready to, implement a really good game plan. And he probably pick up the win here, man. So I'll take Nascimento as well. I'll rock with Nascimento. I think
Yeah, I
Nascimento
mean,
could be able to out grapple him a little bit more. I think so. I'll take him.
what up? What
Take
up,
him.
Kick Your Bass? Love you, my dude. Appreciate you
What up,
tuning
bro?
in. Appreciate every single one of you guys liking, subscribing, and paying any views. Really, really do appreciate every single one of you guys who make the show what it is. So yeah, well, it just seems like it's that easy, B. But I mean, I would not bet that. I wouldn't even parlay that because that could be a piece that could end up hurting you.
Oh, these are
But
just bomb.
there's also a lot of reason why you would like them. I just don't see why you would be risking that much money on that fight. Here, somehow did I mess this up? The next fight be is the Nick Fiore versus the Mateus, right?
Let me say that. Yes, Mateus Mendoca versus Javid Basharat. Actually,
Huh.
yeah.
Hold on one second. I don't know why this thing is coming up. I pulled up the wrong matchup. Then hold on.
That's okay. Split.
Oh, it's because they have it out of order on fight metrics. So sorry. All right, B. Well, you have the honor of breaking down this fight first. It's Javid Basharat takes on Mateus Mendoca.
Mendoca, yes,
There
Mendoca,
you go.
yes, sir.
Yes,
So we got
Strickland.
this bantamweight fight. Oh my God, Basharat versus Mendoca, man. So let's get into it. They got Mateus Mendoca. Mateus Mendoca is 10-0. He is a bad Brazilian. Bocao. As I said, bad Brazilian. 11 fight win streak. 23 years old. 5'6", 71.5-inch reach. Out of that shooter box, Diego Lima. Yo, bad man, bad man, bad man. He's coming off of the Contender Series. This season's Contender Series against Ashika Jim, which was pretty much a one-sided shellacking. This man seek and destroy pretty much. Caught this dude with a nasty right hand and put this man to sleep after. Got a lot of wins by various ways. He's a very quick cat. When he attacks, you gotta be very, very careful. As I said, he's gonna beat you up on the feet. He can switch it up and go for the grappling if necessary. He's fast. But one of the things, he's young. And, you know, you got to get your experience in, you know what I mean? And you got to go on the other side against a dude by the name of Javid Basharat, who has shown up to the UFC on a seek and destroy mission. The Snow Leopard, he's called, 13-3. Well, 13-0, my fault. 27 years old, 5'9", 69-inch reach, out of Extreme Couture. Born in Afghanistan, this was the guy who got the fame, a little bit of a name after he got disrespected on the Contender Series back in 2021 with the Israeli guy. He beat that guy from pillar to post for nearly 3 rounds.
Hey, B, sorry to interrupt you, but we had a funny someone in the chat. Hey, sit just a little bit closer, B, so you don't skip in and out. Someone said, "Damn, Mister, your future self must be an eye range because your body fading in and out like Marty McFly from Back to the Future." Justin,
if you see my head, it's okay.
Yeah.
If you don't see my body, that's all right. As long as you see my head.
We want to see your whole body, bro. Get that whole body slathered in butter for all I care.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Okay, all right.
That's his OnlyFans. Tune into the Mister B MMA.
I don't want Justin. I don't want Justin or any other person gonna end up. You know what I mean? What they call it? With eye issues or catching seizures because they're trying to focus on my whole self here. So, all right, I'll do that. I'll be in the vision. All right, cool, man. But yeah, other than that, you know, he beat this man from pillar to post. He beat Trevin Jones and Tony Gravely by unanimous decision. What's there to say about this guy? The guy could has potential, man. Um, a future bantamweight champion we can see here. Who knows? Um, straightforward. It is what it is. This motherfucker could strike very well. His grappling is really impressive. His submission skills are as well. He's almost like you could call him pretty much the complete fighter, man. Um, oh my God, kick your bass, sexy chocolate.
Yeah, baby.
But yeah, man. The dude is complete. He's almost practically you could call him like a complete fighter where he's in there. He has pretty good cardio. His cardio lasts. He pretty much breaks opponents from what we've seen. He could fight at that pace, carry it, land a high volume of strikes. A very array of strikes, kicks, and punches. Switch up levels. Do things pretty damn well, man. With Basharat here, all he has to do is just do what he does best. Stay patient, find his openings. You can't afford to leave any mistakes with any of these shooter box style fighters, man, because these guys come in with no mercy. If you're fast, if they're fast strikers, they come in high pace, the random flying knees, the back fists, the back elbows. They come in with these varied attacks. So you got to stay patient. If you could get this guy on the ground, keep him leveled on the ground. He has that wrestling from Extreme Couture, so it's gonna help in you know what I mean, in levels and levels above. I'm taking Basharat here. I think Basharat will continue his win streak. I think he could slow down Mendoka. Mendoka, young guy, as I said. If he's coming out there full, you know what I mean, full gear, you'll probably gas out. It's the nerves, man. So I'm gonna take Basharat. I think Basharat will get it done here.
Yeah, Justin Villegas is saying that Basharat strikes like Conor McGregor. I've been saying that he mimicked Conor McGregor, featherweight Conor, not bald-headed Conor. It's true. I like Basharat a lot. I think that he's very sharp. He's deadly. I got privy to him. Was it the Contender Series fight? Was it him or was his brother that the dude was disrespectful? The Muslim.
Yeah, it's him. It was him.
Okay.
It was him.
Yeah, and so kind of everyone jumped on the bandwagon of the other dude being just a racist. So everyone kind of fell in love with him, but then he ended up being pretty exciting. You know, had a lot of volume. He's lanky, throws punches, aggressive. So, like the kid. But the thing here is that this Mateus is just seems he's gonna be in over his head with this matchup. You know, he's got plus 270 underdog at that. But he's super aggressive. That's one thing you do want to see. But it's something with Javad or Basharat as gets these aggressive people. Did you see this dude kind of disrespectful and at the weigh-ins, pointing a fake gun at his head and then pulling the trigger? You saw that, B?
Yeah, I did see that. I seen that.
You know,
and I just looked at that and I said, "Yo, yeah, he's gonna get in over his head."
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see that you just don't see that type of person very often and disrespectful. And then let alone Basharat is going to get two of them in his short UFC stint that he's had. So I'm even more rooting for him again because I hate guys that bark too much or they try to act too hard. He's just acting like he's a chihuahua kind of behind a little fence, and that's so I'm going with Basharat here all day. I think that his striking will be too much, his volume. He's got a good get up game, good submission defense. And so I like him here, but that's obvious. I mean, the odds right now, what did I say there? Basharat's a negative 350 plus 275 comeback for the underdog Mateus. And then also Mateus has fought nobody. 6-1 was the last guy in the Contender Series, and that's your best fight is pretty much that. Then a guy 21-5, which I'll give that guy some credit for having that decent of a record. Pedro Nobre. And then the rest of the guys are 0-0, 4-1, 7-1, 1-2. Just not a lot of experience. So I feel like this is a nice toss-up for Javad Basharat to do the damn thing, and hopefully he does do that. So The next fight of the night is going to be between. Dude, I hate when something goes out of order. The next fight of the night is going to be between Mateus Rebecki versus Nick Fiore, I believe. Let me double check that before I jump into it. Yep, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this one here, B, I don't have a lot of info on neither of these guys. So all you can really do is really dissect it as Nick Fiore's he's 6-0. He never tasted defeat. So we'll go and we'll go into his how he's won Nick Fiore. So he's 25 years old, 5'11", no reach listed, like I said. So there's not a lot for us to go off of. He last won by punches, round one. So obviously got a heavy hand, but the day I was 5-19. Then he beat a guy rear naked choke in Combat Zone 77, I believe it was. And that guy was 15-13, 8-4. The next guy 3-0, 15-90, I think that is. But I'm far away from the big screen right now, so I can't even confirm that. That is Jay Ellis, of course. So it is. So it's he's definitely to beat Jay Ellis. Something being by rear naked choke, it's decent. So he's gonna have a submission chance versus Mateus Rebecki is pretty much what I'm seeing. For Mateus Rebecki, 16-1. Guys, I believe from Poland. Yep, and he's a BJJ guy, but he's also beat a lot of guys by punches. So. And he's beating the guys 12-2, 7-2, 10-4, 11-1, 30-12, 12-2, 12-1, 12-12. I mean, a lot of experience, and so with that, I got to go with Mateus Rebecki here. But I don't know a lot about these guys, and now I'm looking at the odds: -800 for Rebecki. Nick Fiore's a plus 550, and like I said, I'm doing this right off the whim, right off the dome, literally pretty much freestyling this. So I didn't even know what the odds were. So. They're seeing pretty much the same thing. So what do you say, B?
I'll save you some trouble.
Justin says, this guy gives me Felipe Collars and the other Brazilian guy who sucks. So funny. And he does. Gives me the vibes.
I'll save you the trouble. Nick Fiore is a nice little rising prospect. He fought in CES a little while. He fought in these other places. He fought in this one place, Combat Zone. He has a list of submission wins. Really good submission fighter. That's a problem. Because if you're really just showing submission skills, you're showing, I'm a one-trick pony, and I'm not bringing nothing else to the party.
I'm scared, too. You get that, who was that? Held? It was a Polish fighter.
Marcin Held.
Yes.
Marcin Held, correctly.
Marcin
the heel hook guy. Just the leg locker,
Christ.
yes.
That guy is the prime example of a guy that, you just put oh, yeah, he's good at jiu-jitsu. Yeah, he hates getting punched in his face.
Yeah, and it's that's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. When you could go and out-grapple a lot of these guys, whatever, whatnot. He's going up against this man named Mateus Rebecki. If you've seen what Rebecki was capable of doing on the Contender Series last year, then holy shit. This man, his last organization he was at, he managed to grab their lightweight title. This guy has a sheer amount of finishes by KOs and submissions. This man got punches, spinning elbows, KOs via elbow, knockouts on the ground, submissions on the ground. He submitted his last opponent after he was beating this man from pillar to post and then decided to grapple instead.
I love it.
Yo, Fiore is sitting there as lunch meat, pretty much, just for this debut of Mateus Rebecki. I'm going to take Rebecki. It's not going to look nice, but I'm going to take Rebecki. It's going to be ugly. That's how I feel about it. That's it. Game over. Next fight, Mike. Next fight.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it seems like it's how this card seems like they're tossing a bunch of fucking fish to some of these guys. B, this might be a parlay card. So if you hear a lot of the guys, we haven't even given out a bet because there's not. It's fucking almost impossible. I can only give you leans almost on this card because of the money. There's not a money line yet to warrant firing, especially in the beginning of the new year. I'm not throwing $300 on fucking one of these guys that I'm talking up fucking sucking their balls. I need one negative 180 to bet one of these guys I'm sucking their balls, right? I need more than that. So, but with that said,
hold up, Mike. There was 2 questions. My fault. That Justin asked.
Oh, sorry.
He asked one beforehand about how much does the taller guy, how does that go into certain fights? Well, to me, when certain taller guys fight, especially when it comes to guys who have range, they tend to make themselves fight even longer. They make themselves longer. So they would usually use the lead leg, and they would extend on their punches a little bit. Sometimes, that could leave you open. But for people who understand the concepts of range, you have your arm reach, but if you can lean as a taller person, you got extra length. So you're kind of messing with somebody's range and their distance. So you can actually force people to try to back up a little more or try to come in a little more. You just step back and it's like, oh, I'm back in my comfortable range instead of my extension range. And you can literally beat catch somebody off guard with that.
Yeah. And then so taller, I take the taller and reach in the range if they have good takedown defense. And so if I need some takedown defense added for me to take into consideration your reach and length. And I need you to have some I hate to say it, some sturdy legs. I hate those chicken legs, B. If they have some really small chicken legs and they got the reach and length because of that, I'm not in for that, because if someone shoots in and grabs your single leg, grabs a double leg, grabs your ankle, they'll fucking throw you down in the ground real fast. And so, yeah, we kind of believe in the Polish power, but it's not just that, because he's a ground guy too. He's just shown that he can finish with punches, like B has said. So he kind of gives you an all around a reason why you would bet him or like him, because he's got the MMA game, and then or the ground game, and he's also got the striking with some power. So it would make sense to throw that type of guy into something. But
yeah,
I just don't see much to bet on some of these. Let's see.
Yeah, some of these are kind of sketchy, man.
So
but if you want to bet Rebecca.
yeah, but it's negative 800. Plus
yeah,
550 comeback. So there's nothing to bet. There's nothing to bet. Once again, this is a fucked up card. This is pretty much this is just me so stoked that UFC's back. I get to see my boy Mister B. We get to shoot the shit with you guys. If you're new to betting, and we teach you what the lines mean, what a plus 550 means, what a negative 750 is. Negative 750 or negative 800, what he's at right now means you got to put $800 to make 100 extra. Plus 550 means you put $100 on a bet, you will win $550 extra plus your 100 back. So underdogs are fun to bet, they're fun to cash, but obviously favorites win, especially when I shouldn't say favorites win. Favorites obviously are favorites for a reason. They have a higher percentage of a chance of winning. But there really is not much to fucking to bet on there. So yeah, so this card's ugly. B, I'm gonna let you break this one down first. Again, it's gonna be Abdul Razak Al Hassan versus Claudio Ribeiro, and it's because I want to hear your thoughts on Al Hassan taking on this new guy.
Cool. So 185. Interesting matchup here. Let's get into it, folks.
Fall from grace, though, for Al Hassan, kind of. I had high hopes for him.
Yeah, I actually did too, man. It was that fight. Well, remember, he had that situation that happened to him outside of the UFC with the girls, the sexual harassment, I guess, case that had happened, and that with the loss against Lazez, all that shit that was happening. It kind of was like, oh, wow. So that kind of had him fall bad. And then, he got knocked out by, was it Chaos? Chaos Williams?
Dude, bad.
slept.
He died. A man died
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah. My God. So Abdul Razak Alassane, Judo Thunder, man. Can't believe it. He's 37 now.
I know.
Damn, time
Well,
really flies by.
I'm fucking 37, so I'm old, and if things are going so fast that I don't want it to go, I don't go any faster. My hair's going gray enough.
Shit. 37, representing Fortis out of Arlington, Texas. He was born in Minnesota, but representing that Texas, because of the gym. Damn. Wow, really? He's only 1-4 in his last 5? Damn. That is crazy. Well, that's because, So the last time, his loss. He had that 3-fight losing streak. Minor Lazez, Chaos Williams that we just talked about, and Jacob Malkoun on his debut at middleweight. He beat Alessio Di Chirico. He knocked out Alessio with the head kick. That's what happened. But then he lost to Joaquin Buckley, split decision. He could have won that fight, though. They screwed him. But it is what it is. As we said, Abdul Razak Alassane has strong, powerful strikes. Really strong, heavy hitter. Has a judo background. Doesn't necessarily use it as much as he should. He's always the stand and bang guy. Keeps patience, lunges and throws big shots. Gets a lot of good KOs though. Won't lie about that. He's going up against this guy though. Claudio Ribeiro. Ribeiro, my fault. I said Ribeiro. Who's 10-2. Made his debut last year. He's 30 years old, 6'1", 77-inch reach, currently riding a 6-fight win streak. Sao Paulo, Brazil, of course. He came in against Ivan Valenzuela. That shit was crazy because they kind of threw punches at each other. Then all of a sudden, Valenzuela threw some crazy shit. And this dude came out. He said, "Nah, buddy." And he threw the left hook and just cold Valenzuela. This dude went to sleep. So I was like, yo, that's crazy. And he has a lot of KOs. But there's an interesting fight, and you can find this one. He doesn't have a submission one, but I recommend you find this one fight that he fought against Kelez Albuquerque in Future MMA 13. It's on YouTube. I managed to find this joint. It's a crazy fight because it went all the way to like the 5th round and dude stopped. He didn't want to fight no more. Where this dude was beating this man, it was really good back and forth, but then all of a sudden it just came a one-sided ass whooping. And this man quit and said, "Yo, I don't want to do this. I'm done." I pretty much trying to say here, this man has power. He has an awkward style of throwing punches, though, because he really uses his reach. He uses his range. He throws big, loopy punches at times. But I was interested with how some of these fights, he strikes and he KOs people moving backwards, which is something that Chuck Liddell was known for and a couple other good guys were known for. If Abdul Razak Alassane is not careful, he's going to get snuck and slept. Abdul got to use his judo. He got to use his judo, fight a way smarter fight like he fought Buckley, where he gets the grappling in and gets the takedowns. Fight that smart fight and cut your punches short. Don't throw loopy shit. Throw straight stuff. Straight jab, straight hand punches, and only use like an uppercut if it's necessary because this guy is going to throw his crazy ass loopy ass hooks and shit. If not, Abdul Razak Alassane is gonna get slept in the first round and get slept bad.
Dude, I think this is going under. I haven't looked at it, but I think let's see if everyone else is on that too. Because this guy likes to finish in the first round. Al Hassan sometimes doesn't like to show up to fights, but then again, Al Hassan has so much power himself and athleticism. Possibly Al Hassan could finish this bitch in the first round. Damn, this is the first fight that's a pick'em, bro, or that's anything bettable. Negative 105 for Al Hassan, negative 115 for Ribeiro. That's crazy, bro. To be for Al Hassan to be an underdog to the newer guy, it shows you it's kind of disrespectful, you know.
I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
It's
everyone's
just
on the under 1.5 too. Negative 170 opened at, now it's at negative 232 ish. So everybody's feeling violence, and so
yeah.
what that means, folks, this should be a very fun fight to bet and to watch. If you do want to bet this one, bet if you do like either of the guys, bet them by inside distance.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and then you get more money, more value. But because I wouldn't argue like that either. Someone's wrong for picking a guy because either guy could do exactly what you think. Al Hassan is just not shown up so many times that is he really done? And then Claudio has never fought anyone as good as Al Hassan's seen. So
No.
negative 105 for Al Hassan is crazy. This is the veteran versus the newcomer that I always talk about, B. And so with that rule, I got to stick with Al Hassan, B. And I don't want to. But what do you? Who'd you pick, B?
This is tough. This is seriously tough. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna take the newcomer. I'm gonna
Oh
take
wow,
Ribeiro. I'm
yeah.
gonna take Ribeiro.
And
And I hate that I'm gonna take Ribeiro. But I'm gonna take Ribeiro.
yeah,
I
man.
think Ribeiro's gonna force Alisson into a fist fight.
Oh,
Instead of Alisson fighting smart, he's gonna force him into a fist fight.
man,
And
never
that's
mind.
gonna
I
be
can't
the
do it. I
detriment.
can't. I can't
That's
even. I
gonna
can't.
be the
I
detriment.
just have the rule that. So you know what? Al Hassan doesn't fit my rule. My rule is I don't like betting against a veteran when they have something left in the gas tank. I don't know what Al Hassan has left in his gas tank or in his mental game. So I'm not. I'm gonna go Roberto. I'm gonna switch it. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna say that. But I do have that rule. And B, I swear to fucking God, Al Hassan shows up like some fucking black knight out of the fucking abyss on Saturday tomorrow and fucking destroys this kid like my rule always fucking pretty much happens. I'm gonna be pissed, but it doesn't matter because I'm not betting it. I'm just gonna be pissed at the fact that the rule keeps hitting and we don't hit it with it. We just quit it. So but with that said, it should be a really good fight to watch, and a good violent one. So do not go and
Yeah.
get some food during that, or go grab a beer, because it'll
Word.
be a mistake. So later, kick your bass. Appreciate you, my dude. Love you, bro.
Word, man.
With that said, the
Yo,
next fight of
Rotang
the
is
night.
whooping this guy. My fault. Rotang just beat this dude. Well, that's what it was pretty much, man. They just gave Rotang a random. My fault, y'all.
Well, either way. So
Bro.
the next fight of the night is Umar Nurmagomedov takes on Honi Barcelos, and man, Honi Barcelos looked really bad on the scale. B, did you see him? Like he looks old, right? I know he's old, but like he's looking really his age, bro. And he's actually no, he's younger than me, which is that's telling he's even worse. 17-3. He's 35 years old, 5'7", 67
Yeah.
inch reach. Obviously, this dude, he's got a BJJ game, but sometimes doesn't implement it. Likes to bang, and does very well doing that. But he also gasses out. His last time out, he took on
Yes.
Trevin Jones, pretty much a much easier win than the fight that he's going to be having this weekend versus Umar Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
Umar is 15-0, hasn't tasted defeat. I'm 26. 26, man. My screen's so far away. I'm getting old. 5'8", 69-inch reach. From Russia. He's actually related to Khabib, correct, B?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
So,
He's actually
so
the cousin. Yes.
with the last name of the legend, the Eagle Khabib, he's actually family with, and he actually dedicated to fighting. Trains really hard. Really good, explosive, scrambly wrestler. Has decent striking too for his size. Likes to win on the ground though. Most of his wins rear naked choke. That's kind of his thing.
Yep.
I'm this is going to be interesting because it's only interesting because if on round one will be interesting. I'd like to see the scrambles between Barcelos and Nurmagomedov, but negative 1,000 for an Umar Nurmagomedov plus 625 comeback for Oni Barcelos. Like, what are you guys doing with these lines? And like, what the fuck's going on right now? I mean,
because he's trying to make money. They try to make money, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to make money, and this ain't helping at all. Like James Krause, this is all your fault. You fucking asshole, fucking chinless.
Oh my god, that shit is crazy,
dude. Yeah, I know, and it is crazy, bro. James Krause, I think, be doing some crime for a long or some time for the crime for a long time. B.
Yes.
I'm thinking Umar Nurmagomedov wins, but no shit, fucking Cope. He's fucking negative 1,000. I fucking watched you for 35 minutes for you telling me you fucking won negative 1,000 was going to win. I'm sorry, bro. This is what they gave me. Umar Nurmagomedov, he's going to roll here. Way too young, way too strong. Barcelos has never seen anything like that they see over there in Russia, Dagestan. And so I'm going Umar, but fucking no brainer, bro. Like fucking show sucks, dude. I'm fucking out of here, bro. I'm gonna go to OnlyFans.
Yeah, you can't blame us. Can't blame us, man. Come on, dude.
Blame Dana White. I didn't slap no bitches on that film, right?
Oh my god. Yo, look, it is what it is, man. Ronnie Barcelos is a tough cat, man. He's been up in that division for quite some time. Amazing fighter, explosive fighter. Got a list of wins, finishes, and whatnot. Yo, we know what this is about, man. Umar's about to showcase some heavy-duty grappling, show why he's that guy. And as much as I like Ronnie Barcelos and that explosiveness, I don't think Ronnie Barcelos' cardio will hold up to that grappling menace like that is Umar Nurmagomedov.
No, not at all. Or his gas tank.
I hate it.
Or his gas tank. He's gonna be if it goes 3 rounds, he's gonna be tired in 3.
Yo, if he gets into grappling exchanges within the first round, he is going to be sunk in a dark place for the second and third. It's just like that. I hate Umar Nurmagomedov. I love his fighting, but I hate his style because of the fact that he is really good, insane chain wrestling, insane pace, insane cardio, and the fact that he can even lull you into a situation where you're gonna get grappled through his kicks is a nightmare. The man got Taekwondo level kicks and he grapples. Come on, son.
Yep.
Umar Nurmagomedov, anyhow you can make money off the bet, try to make the money off the bet, but it's Umar Nurmagomedov. Sorry, y'all. It is what it is.
Maybe Umar by decision or something. Maybe that's worth money. Let me see what that is.
Umar by decision. Umar by sub is probably going to be hella high. Umar by TKO? I don't even know. Could you imagine that? Umar by KO, TKO.
Hey, bro, Umar wins by decision is negative 200, bro. That's how fucking good my brain is like with the odds right now. So it's favored at that. So maybe the over. I don't know, man. There isn't not a lot of fucking ways to make money anywhere on this fucking card. I'm sorry, guys. It's gross. So, but pretty obvious here. We're both going with Umar. Devastation, domination. Should make Brazilian barbecue the Brazilian. Next fight is Caitlin Vieira takes on Raquel Pennington. And because you did 2 first, B, I'll do 2. And I'll take the shitty of the 2. Rocky Pennington taking on Caitlin Vieira. Obviously, Raquel Pennington, a pretty good all-around game, veteran of the sport. She can strike. She does not have the greatest ground game. I can't. She's getting so old now. I mean, it's like I can't really take her seriously anymore. But she beat Aspen Ladd. She beat Macy Chisone. She beat Panny Kanziat. She's beaten a bunch of new young girls. Aspen Ladd, Chisone. Neither of those matter. Panny, that's not too bad. Mariam Renault, she beat Holly Holm, unanimous. this is going to be a very close fight between these two girls. Caitlin Vieira is just going to be a little bit younger. She's going to be a little, I want to say stronger, but Rocky's really strong. But I feel like Caitlin's going to be stronger. Rocky likes to get in the clinch, and then also, so Caitlin Vieira has some judo hips. She could also maybe use it, maybe toss Rocky down. Man, be plus 105 for Pennington, plus negative 125 for Vieira. Ah, man, B. Do you think I'm going with Caitlin Vieira. I think that's who I had originally in my head. That's who I was going for. I think that she could be. I think she neutralizes everything that Rocky is good at. But I am worried if this gets tough and rough in the second, third round, and Caitlin starts doubting herself, she could eat some punches, and that could end up fucking me over for a decision. So I'm going Caitlin Vieira. But what do you say, B?
This is a good fight. As I said.
What up, Will? Appreciate you being
stuck.
here, dude.
Yo. Oh yeah, we gotta even talk about that too, because Khabib is not a coach no more.
Yeah, that's
Khabib
right.
retired. He's no longer a coach. But I wonder who's filling in now. But I think who knows, man. But I think Umar's they're gonna continue, man. Those are strict dudes. Oh
yeah, no worries,
bro. Sorry,
bro.
Hunter. How you doing though, bro?
Appreciate you tuning in, bro. And thank you so much for that Christmas donation, dude.
But yeah, man. This is a very close fight. A lot closer than what people are giving it credit for. Raquel's been in this division for quite a minute. Caitlin's been in this division and has beaten some of the big names in this division. Was supposed to get her title fight. Got starched by Irene Aldana, unfortunately. Had to go back to the drawing board. Finds herself back in the spot where she needs to be again. Going up against Raquel Pennington, the most tried and tested of all the people in the bantamweight division. Let's be honest, yo. She's fought everybody, practically everybody. Unfortunately, she had a title shot against Amanda Nunes coming off that horrible snowmobile injury. Got her leg got beaten up in Brazil from pillar to post. Managed to still be in here and still get herself in this one spot here. A fight away from a title shot. Raquel got really good boxing. Her boxing's improved greatly over the years. You mentioned her takedown defense. How her physical strength has improved. Really solid. But Caitlin is younger. Caitlin has that judo background. Caitlin is a menace her damn self. And, you know, her boxing improved pretty damn good as well. But Caitlin got more power, I think, than Raquel when it comes to the striking.
This is the first fight. This is the first fight with her having a baby in the house, not sleeping in the same, might be.
Who that?
Didn't Tisha Torres and Rocky have a baby, or am I crazy? No,
I think Tisha's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
No, she's pregnant.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that she already had it for some reason. I'm an idiot.
So it's gonna be, also that she's gonna be an expected parent now. You know, things kind of change up. So we gotta see. I'm looking forward to seeing who's gonna be stronger in the clinches. How Raquel's gonna move away and defend against the striking power of Caitlin Vieira. Will the output be a difference maker in this one? Because Raquel has a high output, but it's just that Caitlin has the more thudding punches, the stronger strikes of the two, I should say. Is it to come down to that gas tank, I think? I don't go against Caitlin Vieira much. I really don't.
As we're thinking about this right now, I'm thinking about Rocky kind of fits she's the veteran with the newer girl than her, and she does have some gas left in the fucking tank. And now I'm like, fuck, maybe I think Rocky might bully her, bro.
Rocky could get this done if she comes out boogieing the first 2 rounds. She could get this done. She just got to come out and be on that pace. That's the whole thing. If she can come out and do what she got to do.
What Rocky do we get? If we get a determined Raquel Pennington, I think that then maybe Caitlin be fucked. But I just don't know what we're getting with Raquel Pennington. You know,
right? Oh man, I'm gonna
mentally. I know what I'm getting from the fighter.
I think Raquel's getting her second win here, man. She could probably get it done.
It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be a decent. This is gonna be a good fight. This is gonna be a sneaky good fight, bro. Not often do you see him, but I think this a very even fight.
This is gonna be really good. Yeah, man. I don't like going against Raquel either. I don't pick. I think Ketlин's gonna get it done. I'm gonna take Ketlin.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take Ketlin.
It's just fuck, man.
You don't like going against. You don't like putting the veteran against the younger person.
I don't.
I mean, you don't like picking. Yeah, you don't like picking the veteran over the younger person.
No,
I mean,
normally, if it's veteran, I like the veteran over the newer person always. Most of the time, if they have gas left in the tank, and Rocky has some gas left in the tank, and she's fucking got the boxing, and she's been in there with some of the best of them. Fuck, man, this is gonna be a way tougher fight than it looks like, man. So what is it? What I say the line was again? Yeah, Rocky's the underdog, man. Plus 105, negative 125 for Caitlin Vieira. I think that's a good value on Raquel Pennington. I think there's good value on that line, B. It's hard to ignore the value. I'm more worried about it's. I don't think Caitlin knocks her out.
No,
I don't think so. I don't think she submits her even. And like, bro, this could get really ugly and end up being a third round. Someone needs to win this fight, and Rocky Pennington pulls us out from fucking experience. But my initial read and instincts were Caitlin Vieira, though. So that's what's fucking me up, because I have a rule of veteran versus newer girl, and then my instincts told me that I like Caitlin in the beginning, but the more we break it down, the more I like Rocky. So yeah. I stuck with the rule. Did I stick with the rule earlier with the veteran? I think I did, right? So I'm gonna stick with my rule. I gotta stick with Raquel Pennington. I think she can I think she could somehow figure this out. I can't trust Caitlin Vieira as a favorite. Like, even maybe dog money. Did everyone get dog money? Let me see. Let me see what she was. No, she was never dog. She was favorited. Caitlin Vieira, negative 145. Everyone's buying in on Rocky, and so this is a fucking weird one, B.
This is a very tough fight, man. I'm telling you, this is why I said, this fight right here. This fight I thought it was gonna be.
I fucking did 2 in a row, thinking that I was gonna roll through this, disrespecting Raquel Pennington, and then I thought about it for a little bit, and I looked at everything, and we examined it, we talked about it, and I'm gonna go with Raquel Pennington. I'm sticking with my rule: veteran versus with the gas left in the tank. I just have to, bro. And dog money.
Taking Raquel, dog.
Yeah.
All right, man. So yeah, Mike got Raquel. Boy B got Ketlin, man.
We will see next week.
We will see next week. Yes, sir.
It's gonna be fun though, man.
It's gonna be a good fight.
It's gonna be a very good fight. It's gonna be sleeper good. I know someone might not like it, but I think it's gonna be good. The next fight, the IB, get a breakdown first. It's Puna Haley Soriano takes on Roman Kopylov.
Oh yes, sir. Middleweight fight, man. This guy Roman.
Caitlin looked amazing. That's what bought me on the weigh-ins, Will. is that she looks so good. I do like it, but we all know that muscles don't mean shit in the sense.
Kellen's been getting a lot more lean in these past couple fights. She was fine before. She had the hiatus. She came back. She got knocked out. She got more lean. That strength and conditioning, man. That shit is crazy. But let's go. Roman Kopylov, man. 31 years old, 9-2 record. Out of Russia. Novosibirsk, Russia, with the combat sambo background. Awkward style fighter, but he's done pretty iffy. He's been all right for himself. Outside the UFC, he was pretty damn solid. He was undefeated practically. Then he came in, lost to Carl Roberson, rear naked choke. Albert Darayev, he lost to by unanimous decision, but finally picked up his first UFC win back in September of last year against Alessio Di Chirico. I thought Di Chirico would beat this guy. Di Chirico, goofball Di Chirico, gets knocked the hell out.
It was awesome. I loved it.
I was so upset. I was like, Di Chirico had the fight won. Did one stupid thing, gets lit the hell up. Oh, God. But Kopylov is really good. Combat sambo guy, but he doesn't throw with enough volume. He proved everybody wrong in that fight against Di Chirico, though. He really has good movement, good boxing, good kicks, but he has to throw his punches more. That was always my problem with him. And he did throw his punches, and that's why. You want to go fucking kicking Di Chirico, and you want to go fucking try to throw hands, you stupid motherfucker. That's what happened.
I loved it.
Oh, my God. But he's going up against Puna. Let's go. Puna Hele Soriano, man. 9-2. The middleweight, man. I love this guy. 30 years old, 5'11" with the 72.5-inch reach, representing Extreme Couture. Last time we seen him, he fought Dalcha Lungiambula. What a fight that was. Knocked that man out with an overhand left to uppercut in round 2. But he had 2-fight losing streak before that against Nick Maximov, split decision, and Brendan Allen, unanimous decision. 2 really good fights, though. Honestly, if you go by how, just seeing the results, you would think, but it were really good fights. Before that, he knocked out Dusko Todorovic, Oscar Pichota. He had his wins. You know what I mean? Good fight here. But boy, Roman Kopylov, your strength may also be your weakness in this one, because you're going up against the boxer extraordinaire in Soriano.
Let's go.
Soriano knows how to set you up and put you out, man. I don't like this fight, but from what I've seen, if Kopylov has improved, Kopylov's going to come out here, and Kopylov's going to look to try to maintain distance and then engage. But he has to go to what he did against Di Chirico and use his goddamn hands and use more volume.
The reach on the hands bother you at all, B? Our boy's a little bit outgunned on the reach. I don't like that.
As far as the jabs go, if Kopylov's gonna keep jabbing, then we're gonna have a problem here.
And is good at getting inside the jab, though.
That's the thing. He can get inside the jab when he body works.
Yes.
That's one of the things I like about Soriano. Soriano will use body work.
He's smart.
And he tags you to the body. Yes. He tag you to the body, leave it open to the head, and he takes advantage of people's reach, at times. The thing is that with a guy like Kopylov now, Kopylov likes to throw his fucking kicks. He throws his kicks a little bit mixy. As I said before, he throws a lot more kicks than punches. But last fight, he probably learned his lesson to throw more hands. I think he's going to throw more kicks to disrupt Soriano's movement a bit and try to work him out from a distance. But I think Soriano has what it takes to get this shit done. I think Soriano will loop over those straight punches of Kopylov. I think he's going to look to work that body, and he'll probably get his kill shot somewhere in the second or third round. I'm going to take Punahele Soriano.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go, Puna.
Yeah, I'm going Punahele Soriano as well, bro. I like his fight IQ. I like his boxing. I like just his Hawaiian warrior strength. I love all Islanders at that, so maybe a little bias in the sense. But with this one here, man, this is going to be a very good fight. The odds makers have this match at a Punahele's at a negative 160 favorite, plus 130 comeback for Kopylov. That's pretty fair. Kopylov likes to strike most of the time. He does not go for takedowns at all. I think 18% of the time he's going for a takedown, 34% for Punahele, striking 60% of the 5% of the time for Punahele, and 81% of the time for Kopylov. Let's see on the defense. They both take about.
Is this guy?
They both take about. No, you're all good. They both take about the same amount of damage. And if they both take the same amount of damage, and it's the same amount of volume, and I don't think you want to bang with Punahele Soriano for 3 rounds. I sure as fuck wouldn't. This is going to be one of my first bets of the night that I have anything to bet with. It's negative 160 Punahele Soriano. I'm going to be throwing down 1.6 units. I feel like the Hawaiian spirit of the heart. I feel like the muscle, the strength, his boxing. I feel like he gets inside to the body. He could put the lights out of Roman Kopylov and Kopilov's night back onto the canvas of the canvas or back against the UFC octagon. But this should be a really, really good bout, B, and I'm super excited for Punahele Soriano. The next fight of the night, B, you're going to break down first because the last one's the main event. It's Damon Jackson takes on Dan 50K Ige. And Damon Jackson, that motherfucker, I keep doubting he's still here, still fucking dominating, bro.
Yes, indeed. We get to the co-main event. Damon Jackson, Dan Ige, 145. This, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Damon Jackson is actually getting there, man. He's getting there to that where he needs to be.
He's very big. He's very big, dude. Like
very big guy, man. He's a very tall dude, long arms, but it really goes well with his style of fighting, man. 34 years old, Fortis MMA representative, 4-fight win streak. And, man, he beat Pat Sabatini. First off, we got to get mad about that.
That was sick.
He beat Pat Sabatini.
I lost money. I didn't
expect that.
That was one of the times that I said, bro, I fucking doubted this guy because I thought Pat Sabatini was going to big brother fucking just absolutely bully fucking Damon Jackson around. Did not.
I thought so too. Man got winked up and then beat up. Daniel Argueta, he had that thriller right there. Camwella Kirk, he submitted Camwella. I thought Camwella was going to beat him. Nope. And Charles Rosa, well, we know about Charles Rosa.
That was one of the ones I think I won.
Yeah, because Charles Rosa, okay? Charles Rosa got cut by the UFC.
Charles Rosa is the new Jake Shields.
Then had the audacity to talk about he's going to beat Brendan Loughnane. He could beat Brendan Loughnane.
Did you hear that shit? He's complaining about his $1 million, and he's like, bro, you get your ass kicked by him.
Get the hell out of here. You lost to fucking Nathaniel Wood moving up weight. Shut up, man. I don't want to hear nothing from you. Okay? But yo, our boy, this man, my fault. I just forgot. Damon Jackson, really good submission guy. Really good jiu-jitsu. He's got his hands slowly together, but his control on the ground, and I love his submission game. I love his chokes, whether it's the guillotine, rear naked, when he puts in a darce. He puts full technique into these holds, man. Really good jiu-jitsu. I give major credit to that. And he's catching his stride, man. But he's going up against 50K Dan Ige.
Tuna Haley's
31 years
boy.
old, representing Extreme Couture. Unfortunately, man, our boy is riding a 3-fight losing streak.
Yeah,
What the hell is that about, man?
it ain't good.
That man last fight all by unanimous decision. He lost to Movsar Evloev, who's like the dark horse of the division. Super scary dude. Josh Emmett, who will now be fighting on UFC 280. What is it? On the Perth card. He's gonna be on the Perth card, fighting Yair Rodriguez for the interim title. Before that, he lost to Chan Sung Jung. Chan Sung Jung out-grappled this man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, 50K has always been about the wrestling, his grappling aspects. He's pretty decorated in it. Good wrestling. Mainly it's his wrestling. Not necessarily his jiu-jitsu, but his wrestling has been pretty damn solid. He's improved a lot more in his boxing. He showed that he got a hell of a chin, though. And he got some pretty good power in his hands. Looking at this fight here, though, Ige needs a win. I know it's decisions, but Ige got to get a win here, man.
He does bad.
He needs the win. And I know the reach advantage is in Damon Jackson's hands. Damon Jackson has the size of 50. Damon Jackson has the size advantage, the reach advantage, and the jiu-jitsu advantage. The wrestling is going to come into Dan Ige, and Ige going to have to wrestle. You're going to have to cross those treacherous waters. It's a 3-round fight, though. So you don't got to put yourself in crazy danger, but you're going to have to do a lot of things to pin this man down and not have him get into these situations where he's going to lock up your arms, or he may grab a leg or take your back. You know what I mean? Backpack. You may end up getting backpacked by Damon Jackson, man. You got to keep this mainly on the feet. As much of the feet as you can. We seen Ige knock out, was it Gavin Tucker?
Yeah.
Yeah, he knocked out Gavin Tucker.
Cold.
Crazy.
Yeah, I bet on Gavin that time. It was pissed me off.
Yeah. Shit. And so looking at that, I think Ige's best bet would be trying to mix this up on the feet, a little bit more in the clinching, and trying to keep top position on Damon Jackson. For Jackson's going to have to mix it up a little bit, use your reach, and then just try to grab hold, whether you're going to grab hold of a neck. If you could get the back. It's going to be treacherous waters, man. Treacherous waters. I want Dan Ige to win this fight.
Does he want to win?
That's going to be the question.
Yeah.
How bad is he going to want to win it? Because he's going to have to he's going to have to cross those waters with Damon Jackson. I may take Damon Jackson on this one. And that hurts me to say.
I know, it's weird.
I may take Damon Jackson on this one just because of the jiu-jitsu aspect and the dangers that Damon Jackson possesses for Dan in this fight.
Yeah, the length.
Because a lot of Dan's strengths are going to be Damon Jackson's strengths as well. And I hate that. But yeah, I'm taking Damon Jackson.
Well, it's crazy, bro, because I don't even like Damon Jackson. I've had many things to say in the past, but I'm feeling Damon Jackson here too, bro. I mean, I believe he was favorited at the opening. Right now, he's a plus 110 underdog. He opened up at negative 160. And now everyone's been buying in on Dan Ige pretty much, and so you have a better value on Damon Jackson. Like I said, the 3 losing streak in a row for Dan Ige kills me because I feel like, what is he there? Is this his last one? Is he getting kicked out after this one? And so with that said, Damon Jackson's on a high. He's showing a better version of himself. So I got to go with the slight underdog, Damon Jackson. I feel like he's going to fight for your money in this bout. So
yeah.
With that said, we are finally at the main event of the evening. Sean motherfucking Strickland takes on Nasruddin Imavov. This should be a really fun main event. I know that we were supposed to see Calvin Gastelum, but I'm actually more excited for this one here. Sean Strickland is an absolute maniac. I know I'm War Machine's little brother, but it feels like Sean Strickland should have been a family with my big bro because they are just absolute one and the same madmen. Nazardine Imavov, he called himself the Russian sniper. He's 12-3, 28 years old, 6'3" with a 75-inch reach. I don't know how he calls himself the Russian sniper, but he's from fights out of France. It always throws me off. But either way, he last took on Joaquin Buckley. He beat him unanimous decision. Edmund Shabazian, he beat him by elbows from crucifix round 2. When Ian Heinich, he beat him, and he lost to Phil Haas majority decision. He likes to get things on the ground if he's going to win. So I don't personally like his striking that much. It doesn't throw like enough for me to be high on, but he is sharp enough to get this fight to clip someone and then drop them down and then get to implement his game. He's never lost by anything that really warrants me, but the most recent loss is Phil Haas, and that's a decision. No like chokes, no arm bars, no losses like that, no knocked unconscious. He's taking on Sean Strickland though, man, and Sean Strickland is coming in very overweight, man. 25-5 himself, 31 years old, 6'1", 76-inch reach. He's on a 2-fight losing streak himself. He's last fought Jared Cannonier, went to a split. Alex Ferreira, he got absolutely smoked. He beat Jack Hermanson. The dude's an animal when it comes to the striking. He keeps plodding forward. He is flat-footed though. He does prod the jab. He does take a few to be hit, but he is tough as fuck. He's got a really good jiu-jitsu game that he doesn't really often show. And so I'm thinking that possibly Sean Strickland, with the extra weight, with the fact that he's such a crazy maniac when he's standing, he does have a really good jiu-jitsu game. I think that possibly Sean Strickland can pull this one off, B. And I know he's the underdog. Who do you have on this matchup?
I'm glad you asked. Before we get a little bit into it, the weigh-ins.
Oh yeah,
the weigh-ins were pretty telling.
Yeah.
Strickland made this 204 pounds, and we know Strickland's going to get a little bit bigger between now and tomorrow. Nasruddin Imavov got on the scale at 194 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
That is telling. That is very, very telling. And I know some people are going to be like, well, you know, it's just 10 pounds. It don't make a difference.
Oh, it does.
It makes a difference. That's the scales. Come tomorrow, they're going to be a little bit bigger. How big is Sean Strickland going to get? Sean Strickland will probably be like 214, 215 come tomorrow. Going into that cage.
Yeah, easy.
Imavov will probably barely break 200 come tomorrow. And as good as Nasruddin Imavov's looked in the division, in middleweight or so far in his UFC run, this is his first fight at 205 at a higher weight class and his first 5-round main event.
Mm-hmm.
Against the guy who we've seen be a cardio monster. And he don't throw great power punches. He's throwing ones and twos at you non-stop.
Talking shit.
This whole fight. Talking shit, clinching against you, throwing punches and the occasional leg kicks. Bro, you're going to try to shoot for a takedown? He's going to defend those. His takedown defense is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
What the hell? You got kickboxing. We know you got a kickboxing background, Nasruddin Imavov. How many kicks you going to keep throwing? We seen you against Phil Hawes. What up, TJ? We seen you against Phil Hawes.
What's up, TJ?
We seen you against Joaquin Buckley. You know what I mean? You're grappled. If you can't grapple, you're screwed. We seen you against some of these guys. Where you were gassing in a 3-rounder. What about the 5? Like, bro.
He's in trouble if it gets that long. And it will. It's going to be long.
It's gonna be long. It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be good.
It could be very bad if he's gassing out in that second or third round, and he got to continue this fight against a guy like Strickland. I don't care how many people talk about, oh, Strickland only throws jabs. He talks about he's a killer, but he throws jabs all day.
Versus for Pereira, and it's a little bit harder to look good, you know.
Yeah, you got knocked out against Pereira, who's a very dangerous striker. You didn't grapple with him. That was the problem. You're gonna fight Imavov. If Imavov can't get you down, he can't get you into these strong clinches.
He's gonna be tired.
He's screwed.
Tired as fuck.
He's screwed.
Yeah, buddy.
If this was Imavov versus Gastelum, I'm so Imavov all day. Against Strickland and light heavyweight, yeah. We
Gastelum and Strickland are way two different body types.
Yeah, two different body types, two totally different monsters, man. Bruh.
Strickland is the underdog right now, and I'm gonna throw down on him. I think because it's just
you gotta take Strickland. If Imavov wins, I'll be thoroughly shocked. I'll thoroughly be surprised.
This is another case of the veteran versus the newer guy. Veteran still has some gas left in the tank, and he's got a lot of skill and a lot of heart. Might not like what he says, but the dude's tough as fuck, and also really good on the ground. So I'm going to be throwing down one unit on Sean Strickland at the plus 115. I like the number. I like Sean Strickland, and I like the fact that UFC is back, bro. So thank you so much for being here, my man, Mister B. I appreciate you shooting the shit with me. Those are our bets and our leans for this week's episode of Cope's Corner. Mr. B, you want to shout out your Twitter handle and where you'll be this weekend?
Oh, sure, man. Catch me, dog. I kind of changed up the Twitter, man. So if you're looking for me on Twitter, you got to catch me at
I know you threw it. It says New Year, New Me. Or
something. New Year, same B at Mister B 1986.
Had to make it all confusing.
Hell yeah, New Year, same B, Mister B 1986. I'm gonna be on OK Live this weekend. You remember Mister B? If you're looking for me, it's a picture of Laura Sanko in the gym. Yeah, man. I'll be there streaming the fight, so catch me on there, man. I'll be tweeting. I'll be live tweeting as well, per usual. And yeah, man. We're gonna catch this UFC, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy. Can't wait, man. And so I appreciate every single one of you guys subscribing and shooting the shit with me and Mr. B for the KOPE for this episode of Cope's Corner. Until next time, let's roll and cash these motherfucking bets.